Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about shoulder health, okay? So a lot of times when we're doing our shoulder to overhead movements, okay, there's a lot of things that can go wrong from basically like our belly button up, okay? And that can just be different things like mobility restrictions, which it typically is, or even sometimes it can be muscular, okay? So what we're looking at when we're doing jerks is we really want to make sure when we're doing a good jerk posture is that we're coming through, our head is through, our ribs are kind of down so that our whole body is stacked. So if you want to think of like the torso as like a tube of cookie dough, we want to stack that tube of cookie dough vertically so that it's nice and solid if you put any mass on top of it, okay? It'll hold its form, okay? If it's off in any way, it'll crank and then it just flattens out to the ground, okay? So a lot of times when we're doing jerks, we end up finishing like this, right? Bars out front, we're using a lot of our chest in that motion. And even if we can try to get our head through, sometimes we end up doing this move here, okay? Where our pelvis is tilted forward, okay? We're kind of trying to get that whole like core tight thing, but we really can't. So what I'm gonna do is show you guys a few different stretches that you can do beforehand to help you get in this position. And you wanna do these before you do the exercise to make sure that you can get into that form properly, okay? So enjoy the next few stretches. All right, so the first stretch we got, we're gonna use a band, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this band up anywhere between hip and knee height, depending on how flexible you are in your shoulder. And what the goal of this is to actually get that shoulder blade pinned back in place while moving our arm, okay? And what that's gonna do is set that shoulder blade back in place so that as you get overhead, you're able to hold that core position. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this over our shoulder just like a book bag, okay? And it's gonna be on the outside, so like right on the point of the shoulder. If you do a lot of pull-ups and it gets tender right here, that's where you wanna put that band over, right over that point, okay? And then you're gonna walk forward. And you can see what that's gonna do is that's gonna pull that shoulder back in place, okay? Now what we wanna do is we wanna move. So I'm gonna have that hand stuck to my side with my thumb up, and I'm gonna simply bring that arm all the way up and all the way back down. You're gonna do this about 15 times on each side. It's not gonna feel like anything is happening at all, and I promise you what it's doing is it's resetting that shoulder blade back into the position that it's supposed to be. Another really great stretch to do is just decompression. So once you're hanging from these rings, you're in an active state of actually trying to hold those shoulder blades down, which is actually kind of cool considering what you're gonna do with jerks, being a weight that's being pushed down on. But once we get here, we can relax those shoulders and give ourselves a few little inches, okay? And then we can pull back, okay? All it's called is a scapular retraction. So all we're doing is just pulling that scapula back down so that, again, we can get in that good, proper jerk position. Another really good stretch is just simply a down dog, okay? So this is just a basic yoga move. The thing is that we want to do it properly, okay? And that's like by actual yoga techniques, okay? So what we want to do is as we're getting into this position, we don't just want to like shove our head through our arms, because what happens is you'll see, is I end up just going up on my toes in a position that's not really beneficial. So what you want to try to do is think of that actual posture as being representative of going overhead with any kind of weight. So once we get up there, we really want to take our abs, flex those abs down, drive our hands into the ground, and then try to flatten those feet out as best we can. And what we end up getting is not only a nice like shoulder stretch, hamstring, Achilles, hips, like the whole deal, okay? So instead what we want to do, we want to get to here and then turn those tailbones down, drop those heels, okay? Really driving through. So that should mimic the jerk position almost entirely. I hope you guys liked today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Come in and see us at the gym at any time. Give us a call or text. We'll always be there for you. And check out our Instagram page. We're always putting up fun pictures and different like little posts. So enjoy all that. Get back to us. And if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. Or, come in and get in touch with us. Have a good one.